Hey, welcome to Generation Podcast, episode 311.
311, 311, 311, 311.
How's it going?
It's going well, man.
I'm not spending any point of any episode ever talking about like a band 311 or a ska bands or one of your favorite bands.
You don't like ska?
No. I like Tragic Kingdom, that No Doubt album. Is that ska? That's like rip-off ska.
Rainstorms.
God damn it, we're talking about ska.
Take me away from
No 311.
Whoa!
Why don't we just talk about Dave Matthews Band while
Yeah, oh my god, no.
There you go. All right, what's really on your mind?
My buddy got a girl pregnant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
On purpose?
No, I think accidentally. But from word on the grapevine is his last words to her were, "I need to come," and he came all right. Must have been a good old load of Rooney.
How does he know it's his? From what you told about me, she wouldn't be like lining up to have his baby.
I don't know. She just, I think he's the only guy that's busted inside of her.
So she could be like the second coming of Mary.
She could, but I don't know if the second coming of Mary would be an ex-heroin addict.
Sure she would. A second coming? Yeah, definitely. Fuck yeah, she would.
Yeah.
Track marks. The next Savior's coming out with track marks.
The first one had the stigmata, second one's got track marks.
Yeah. But the track marks are actually on the veins that correspond to the wrist and such.
Yeah. I like that. That's good. What
is he gonna try to be involved or?
I don't know. I think if he's gonna try anything, it's probably gonna be abort the baby.
Yeah, but he's not like with like a hanger or something. What the fuck?
Maybe a hanger. Maybe just a swift gut punch.
Oh God. Well, I mean, I think he'd score some H first before that. If I'm assuming that one heroin person finds another heroin. How are people with heroin that use heroin getting laid so easily? People that used to use heroin and they're fucking jonesing for something. Why? Yeah. How are they? Who's sleeping with all these people? Or are they just fuck? I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like I haven't caught anything because I don't fuck with people that use like drugs.
I agree.
Dirty people use drugs.
I think, me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
so you're talking about the slime of the earth.
I feel like if you had used drugs in the past slightly less, you would have gotten an STD because you would have used that time to have sex with dirty people.
If I had used the drugs less,
yeah,
I would have had an STD. So I
would have more sex.
So
using the drugs saved you from getting an STD at that STD capital university.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
I think so. My anxiety saved me from getting STDs. And your drug use saves
I would say it's coupled with anxiety.
Well, I think you used the drugs to treat the anxiety.
Yeah, but it's not, it wasn't a successful treatment. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now.
It was a successful treatment. You didn't get an STD, and you're not on drugs.
Yeah, but I didn't get laid that much.
Well, that was on you. And on me.
And on the drugs.
No. Can't blame drugs for not getting laid. You blame drugs for not getting an STD that you rightly deserve.
Yeah, dude, fucking I would have fucked Brittany and not fucking OD last night.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun story to come out with.
Nevertheless, we persist in raw.
It's always raw, man. And so was he.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, unless the condom broke or something.
Yeah, the condom may have collapsed, just like his veins.
Oh, God.
God.
Yeah, I mean, don't go raw if you're a heroin addict. I guess. I don't know. Go raw. What do we?
I mean, what are we talking about?
We need more good
here?
people in this world. Can you come out addicted to heroin?
I'm so addicted to all the things you do when you're going down on me.
What the fuck is that?
In between the sheets.
Is that Buck Cherry or some shit?
That's Buck Cherry, man.
Fucking terrible music. All right, I like 311, but I don't love them. They're fine, but their fans are like Dave Matthews fans.
Just less of them. I think
yes.
their fans.
Hey man, let's smoke weed and listen to 311. Like, listen to fucking Pink Floyd, man.
Yeah, okay, I agree with you on that.
Zeppelin.
But the people that say let's smoke weed and listen to 311, they're only listening to like Amber and
Did you just fart?
I did.
Your argument is a fart.
Your argument is flawed, sir.
Dirty
sense
fart.
flatulence amidst your points.
You're awarded no points, sir.
No, the 311 has a. I shouldn't say. Oh, they're
Pivot away from 311. That's I beg of you. I'm not tagging 311 or.
Speaking of drugs.
Yeah, drugs. Back to drugs. We'll talk about drugs. Psychedelics.
311 has some really good music, man.
What do you think about psychedelics, Patrice? You clown. See, we can say clown as we can say clown to a sitting president, and it's totally fine. He's not chastised at all.
He's not. Oh, you're not a president. You're a clown. All right. What was I supposed to say next?
What, you?
No, the fucking. I swear that was Biden last night. The whole debate.
Well, you sound like Joker.
Was that a decent Joker? Was that like a Mark Hamill Joker, or was that more?
No, it was more like a Joaquin Phoenix Joker a little bit.
Man, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, he
damaged,
had
voice.
Fucked up.
He's good, man.
He was good. Yeah. So LSD. Drugs. I was watching this show the other day, which we've talked about a little bit. It's called Mindhunter.
Mindhunter on Netflix.
On Netflix. Yeah. Great show. Fantastic show.
What's it about?
It's about the FBI in the, I would say, like, probably early to mid 70s. Mm-hmm. They start to form a like criminal behavior sector of the organization as a whole that looks
like
into
profilers.
Yeah, like profilers to an extent. I mean, which they already have, but it's like more behavioral sciences. So this team, it's a tiny team of like 4 people. They start to look at serial killers.
Is one of them a serial killer?
You know what? They kind of hinted at that in the first season, but it ended up not being the case.
Oh. Okay.
So
that would have been like a Dexter plot line.
Yeah, Dexter's a good show.
No, it's not.
At least for the first 4 seasons.
4 seasons, good to great. And then it was just
anything after that, which I stopped at season 4 because my friends were like, "Yeah, don't watch that. You don't need to watch anymore."
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, you made the right choice. But back to Mindhunter, which is apparently a superior show. It
is superior. It's lacking on length a little bit. It's only 2 seasons, but I could boil down the plot to this. They go around and talk to serial killers. If
that are caught, or like guys that are like they think are serial killers.
So
they talk to him in jail.
They
like
go
Manson and like
Manson.
Oh, they never directly killed anybody.
Correct. And actually, that was one of the most recent episodes I watched. And everything that they do in the show is based off like historical accuracy and like factual information. So they're exploring different reasons and mindsets of why serial killers did what they did. Yeah. So while they're going around talking to
get off.
Well, yeah, they obviously it's all sexual gratification is what it's linked to, but they're like that's a working theory. They're like just starting to realize that, and so they've realized, oh, this is all sexual gratification.
Yeah, they all nut on the bodies, right?
Some of them nut in the bodies. Post mortem. That little necrophilia.
Little necrophiliac.
Yeah, little necrophilia never hurt anyone. Well, I mean,
it doesn't hurt the body.
It can't.
It defiles it, but they can't feel it.
No, they can't. No. Could you imagine if they could? Oh, what a terrible way to have in the afterlife.
What if bad things can still happen to you in the afterlife?
You're just like, oh, I'm in heaven. What is going on here?
Yeah,
sir?
You're like getting ghost raped.
You're getting raw dogged by Ed Kemper.
Who's that?
Ed Kemper was the co-ed killer.
Oh.
So he was like the sixth.
What school did he kill people at?
I think it was Michigan State.
No, it wasn't.
I'm just kidding.
We have enough creeps at Michigan State, as you know.
I can't remember. I know it was. He was just this big, dopey 6'9" guy that would go around college and like pick up co-eds, like girls that are in college.
Because they like tall guys.
Yeah, they like tall guys, and he would be inviting.
And you're tall. So where's your girls?
They're under my back porch.
Alright. Is she big old fat girl? Is she a clown? She go to Michigan State. Dreads Madison. Oh, wait. Do you arrest you? Yeah. You need to go to JNU. Alright. Yeah, that's it.
It's STI. It's not a disease. It's an illness.
It's infection.
Why am I talking like I'm in Les?
The revolution's begun.
Yeah, I'm a dirty whore, but I'm caught up in the revolution.
Oh, goodness me. But
I can't do a French accent like a French mademoiselle hooker, so.
Monsieur.
No, just no, like.
Do you have a chlamydia?
Yeah, do you have the chlamydia?
You say in English,
Clap. Do you have?
You have. You have the
Clap.
Make it clap, monsieur.
Yeah.
Mademoiselle.
It's like a woman with a coarse voice.
Oh man.
So back to killing co-eds.
Fun fact about him: his desired way to kill these women was to like take them into the forest, stab them, then rape them, like rape their dead bodies, and then would cut off their heads, and then he would rape the heads. Then he would like fucking mouth fuck the heads.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, something we should maybe show at work if we're ever back there.
Oh yeah, definitely to our.
Be like, hey kids.
No, not the kids. No. There's probably a couple have already seen that show, like easily.
The one that's into old music for sure.
Yeah, definitely probably seen that.
We'll spare the name. But in the episode where they end up going to talk to Manson, and they talk to Tex Watson, who was one of the people that said he was brainwashed by Manson. He attributed a lot of that to drugs. And Manson was giving him, in the episode, he tells the FBI guys that are interviewing him, he's like, yeah, Manson gave us all these drugs. And he was like, what? He gave you drugs? And he goes, yeah, Morning Glory, Belladonna, Orange Sunshine, and STP.
Belladonna's a great album from Stevie Nicks.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, man. Fleetwood Mac, they were into drugs.
Continue though. It just made me think of Stevie Nicks, and now I'm gonna come in my pants. If you're out there binging it, 1976 Stevie Nicks live performance with Fleetwood Mac of Rhiannon. It's fucking amazing.
I bet. Also, if you're just on the kick, go back to like some of the OG Fleetwood Mac when Peter Green, one of the founding members, who actually just passed away a couple months ago. R.I.P. Peter Green. Going to fuck your bitch and in the scene. All right, that was bad. He two good songs, "Oh Well" and "Black Magic Woman," which he actually wrote. People think Santana wrote "Black Magic Woman."
Yeah,
he didn't.
Tom Petty wrote a song "Leave Virginia Alone" he ended up giving it to Rod Stewart because they never released it on Wildflowers and the Wildflowers collection, which is coming out, and it just got released today.
Was it good?
It's fucking awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd only briefly heard part of the Rod Stewart version.
I've never heard it. Great. I'm not a big Rod Stewart fan.
He's fine.
He's okay.
Faces, they were good. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what? There's a couple songs right when you said Faces that.
I don't remember. I just remember them being good.
I
don't fucking any songs.
Yeah, you don't know your Rod Stewart songs.
I don't know my Rod Stewart. Fucking Rod. Is anyone named Rod?
Rod. Hey, Rod.
He doesn't go by Rodney.
Rodney.
He's a Rod.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, Hot Rod.
Hey, Hot Rod.
Hey, Tom. Hey. I know you have another song for me. I mean, he's like, no, man. I should have released that myself. Fuck off.
Yeah, man. I made this for me, man. Not for you.
It's called "Leave Virginia Alone." It's from Tom Petty. It's coming out in Wildflowers and all the rest. That's October 16th. But you can listen to it now.
That's a cool name of a song, though.
"Leave Virginia Alone." It's good, man. I'll play it for you later.
Yeah, you should.
I can play it on my keyboard. Beep, 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 beep. So Killers.
So
Manson drugged Tex Winters.
Yeah,
what's his name? I'm just kidding. Tex Winters, as you know, invented the triangle offense.
Oh.
Maybe not invented it, but like he
perfected
or developed it.
Triangle offense. We're talking basketball.
With basketball under Phil Jackson as an assistant with Chicago and the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's awesome. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
But so
what's this guy's name?
Tex Watson.
Tex Watson. I like Deshaun Watson better. He's nice.
Yeah, one of them. I mean, one's better at doing drugs.
Yeah.
One might be a little better athletically.
Tex Watson was doing all these fucking versions of LSD, or was it like an antipsychotic or some shit? Like,
so no, all the things I said were, they're all different drugs. Orange Sunshine, which is one of them that like caught. I looked up the other ones. I've heard of STP before. STP is a amphetamine.
It's another band.
STP?
Stone Temple Pilots.
There you go.
There you go.
They're I've heard of them before.
We're just peppering in music.
We're just why not? You know,
drugs.
We're just putting in some of the greats.
Music and drugs go well together, unless it's
Fleetwood Mac.
Some lesser band, and you're like, yeah, man, they're so great when you're stoned. Like, they're only good when you're stoned because they suck.
It's because they're always stoned.
Again, does not suck. But
I don't think they're great.
No, but I knew that was going to happen when I said that was episode 311. I should have said 311, that you were going to be like, oh, Amber is the color of energy. I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, because that's the worst song. I'm not going to lead with their best song. I'm not going to tell people to build up their...
That's not the worst song.
That is without a doubt
I'm sure one of their songs that wasn't popular was their worst song.
That's whiny bullshit.
I'm guessing 311 B-sides aren't fucking bangers, okay?
All right, well, hear me. Do you think Sublime's better than 311?
Fuck no, Sublime sucks.
Fuck you.
They suck.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Nice run they had.
They
when one of your songs was owned by Lana Del Rey compared to...
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Do you want me to do 5 minutes of my Lana Del Rey impression? Doing time and living Lana Del Rey sunshine like this. I cannot whisper in my tongue.
That's what's her face? That young chick.
What? Who? Billie Eilish?
Yeah, Billie Eilish. Yeah.
Billie Eilish actually has a probably a bigger following, and rightfully so, than Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey's a slut that decided to fuck her way to the top of the music industry.
You really think so?
And she was like, you know what? I'm gonna shit on 311's grave and make a shitty cover of their song.
They didn't cover 311. She didn't cover 311.
Excuse me.
If she covered 311, it'd be better than 311 too.
I don't think she can play any instruments. Can she?
She can sing. She sings better than him.
It's more throat singing. It's like, I don't know, man.
What? No. Kamala Harris slept her way to the top. But you're talking about...
Yes, she did.
Yeah, you've heard about that. Yeah, but where is this unfounded claims about Lana Del Rey?
She said it in one of her songs. I know it could have been easily misconstrued.
What song?
It's the song that goes like... I
was waiting for the pivot, but I got a double down, and I liked it.
Yes, you did. No, that's a rumor I heard. I think it was started by Sublime fans.
Yeah, probably. I guess there's still some left, huh? They didn't all grow up?
They didn't all grow up or OD on heroin like their lead singer.
I remember I dated someone that was from... Long Beach, yeah, and she was like, her and a couple of friends, when I met her friends too, they liked Sublime. I was like, oh god, I gave it a free pass because I liked Sublime in high school, because that's a band you like in high school.
Yeah, just like Tom Petty.
Fuck that.
I'm just sorry. That's not even true.
Can you imagine the guy surviving from his heroin?
His overdose?
From his overdose, and then going on to be great?
No. I can imagine him being a paraplegic still trying to sing Bad Fish. Tell me are you a bad fish too?
What's Bad Fish?
Bad Fish?
Is one of his songs?
It's a song. It's
the bad one?
No, you would think by the name, actually, it's one of their better songs. They do. Yeah. I will say, Sublime has not the greatest lyrics. Not the greatest chord progressions.
Santeria was enjoyable.
Santeria is probably their most well-known song.
The other one, the first one that came out. What's it called? I could talk about Sublime. I just think 311 is so irrelevant. Like, they're good, but they're irrelevant to conversation.
They are, but they're all alive, is the thing. They've had longevity by not doing heroin. Which,
maybe they've done heroin. Who knows?
Yeah, but...
Why would anyone do heroin? I don't understand. There's
poppers!
You can do poppers! You can do poppers. Just do poppers. Just fuck your brain up with poppers. Oh, do it daily. It opens your butthole. You know the possibilities when you open your butthole?
There's a lot of possibilities.
There's so many possibilities, especially if you're like really a musician, and there you'll fuck everyone.
Yeah, you'll shove a guitar. Actually, a guitar pick wouldn't be that hard.
No, you're the neck of a fucking
guitar.
I don't know any guitar names. Les Paul.
A Gibson.
It's fucking Gibson and Les Paul, right? Both rammed up your ass. You're like,
whoa, man, I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball.
But I got a Gibson and a Les Paul.
In my asshole.
In my ass. But yeah, there's so much information on heroin now.
There is.
Why would you do it? I don't, like, I want to know, I want to hear from someone that did heroin. If you've done heroin...
Please,
tell us why you did it. DegenerateNation@gmail.com. No judgment, but
absolutely no judgment.
But at the same time, like, dude, there's a lot of information on heroin.
I know, and
I understand. I don't understand necessarily the economic destituteness. I mean, I've been poor, but like, I always felt like I was fortunate enough to have like a get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Like
not to thrive, but to survive, right?
Yeah.
So I understand if you're like things are so bleak in that way that you're like, fuck it, it's cheap. It's like $10. I'm gonna do heroin.
Wouldn't you consider? I think alcohol would be nine times out of 10 would
they
be
usually
the first
start
thing.
With that. Or
I
weed.
think
I don't just go like, oh, I'm just gonna go straight to heroin.
I heard that. What are they called? Heroin.
Heroin.
No, I like your point, though. I think...
Yeah, gateway drug. You know when they say that, everyone's like, oh, it's bullshit. Oh, it's a gateway drug. Yeah, it actually is.
Alcohol's a gateway drug.
Alcohol's 100% gateway. Weed is, too.
No, it's not.
Yeah, to alcohol. And then it'll lead you to heroin. All roads lead to heroin, okay?
I think it makes a little more sense that people, back in the 60s or 70s, people that would, get into heroin... I can see the progression there, but with all the information that there is today...
Was it big in the 60s?
Oh, heroin was huge back then. Heroin,
because I know it was big in the, like, way back in the day when it was fucking legal.
No,
and all those blues singers were like, or blues...
They were opium. They were like opium
dens
addicts.
And fucking... God damn, man.
Man, that would have been... If in my time, if I had been able to smoke opium, I would have smoked opium.
Yeah,
shit probably.
I feel like it's not a good thing to do.
Have you seen a full?
I know someone did it, and they went. He went like he had a lost weekend. So he did opium with his friend, and then got wasted too from drinking, and then they went to a minor league baseball doubleheader, and his friend jumped on the dugout. On top of the dugout and did the worm in game 2, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta get the fuck out of here!"
Fuck out of here! What do you want? Opium?
Yeah,
it's like that scene in Full Metal Jacket.
Which one?
The one where they're all smoking opium in like an opium den out of they're like shotgunning it. I just
shotgunned your fart.
Oh yeah! This I've been dancing around this point, and I don't know why. I think I'm just a little off today. I don't know. The thing with the internship frazzled me. My parents sat me down at the table last night and were like, "We really think you're making the wrong decision." I felt really ganged up on.
What, taking an internship was the wrong decision?
No, not taking it was the wrong decision.
Are you working for Mattel? Barbie designing new Kens?
Maybe.
They wanted to speak with someone who was, in fact, an actual eunuch to design the new Ken doll.
Because
advise on a new Ken doll.
If you don't get the contour right, it's just not going to work.
Oh, the patchiness.
Yeah,
you're like, there should be a dick there. Oh no,
no. I mean,
destigmatize
eunuchs.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Okay, you don't have to stay with the internship because no one cares. No one's listening.
No,
they don't want to care. They don't know what you.
No, I don't fucking care.
Don't care what you're doing.
I was giving you some context as to why my brain is a little spotty today. So where were we?
You know what to clear that up? Opium and heroin. What do you do? What if you combine opium and heroin? What do you call that? Because heroin and cocaine is a speedball.
Yeah, but heroin and opium are essentially the same drugs. They're both coming from
kissing
opium.
cousins.
So it's or kissing podcast.
And you actually you kiss your cousin, and the podcast host will kiss.
See, you backed up initially. You don't even want to tempt it.
No, fuck that. I told my friend I have a friend that's gay, and we were joking about like sexual like the scale, right? Not the scale, a spectrum. And it's like, yeah, like I'm proudly like down the line or whatever.
That's what
I'm
said?
not like at 100%. No, me. Because I'm like, yeah, I could be like, that guy's got a hot mouth or something.
Yeah, like he's a good looking mouth.
That's a good mouth. And you're like, where does that come from?
It's like,
but the key is like you don't judge yourself for having a thought. You just like you end up laughing.
Yeah, you're like,
because I brought this up with Luther Danger before, and he's like, yeah, I thought that, but like I could kiss that guy right now. You don't want to, but you just they're just stray. They're stray thoughts, but they're not entirely straight because you're certainly not entirely straight. You know?
Correct.
Because most people aren't, but they just pretend to be.
And I think
it festers inside them. It doesn't fester inside me because I'm like, that guy's got a mouch.
Exactly. And you're like, damn, those pants look a little tight, but I can see why you're wearing them.
And if you've ever thought, don't look at his crotch, don't look at his crotch, don't look at his crotch, that's okay. We're here to tell you that's fine to do.
I like your point, though, about if you just bury that, you're like, I'm so straight, I'm so straight, I'm so straight. God, can you never have a gay thought? Those are going to come out, and you're
gonna do the gay thing, and which is fine, and then you're gonna like have these judgmental thoughts about yourself and regrets, and then you're gonna be fucked in the head.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have a dissociation from your identity.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be fucked.
And there's nothing wrong with being fucked in the head or fucked in the ass or anything.
Unless you're Ed Kemper, and it's
you don't want to be fucked in a dead end.
I'm going to finish this thought because I've set out on this and it's 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
But, so I looked up these different types of drugs. They're all psychedelics.
Right.
And Orange Sunshine was it was a name referred to, it was essentially really pure LSD that was made in 1968 and 1969.
Yeah.
By this gentleman, his name was Mike Pence. Just kidding.
His name still is. I mean, he's dead, but you still have the name, right?
Nick
Is that
Sand.
how it works?
Yeah, I think so.
Nick what?
Nick Sand.
Oh,
Nick Sand.
Mr. Sand. He says, Sandman, bring me some acid.
Boom, 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 boom. Make me a visual that'll fuck me up. Mr. Sandman, bring me some acid.
We'll bring you a dream because you're in a waking dream, right? That sounds fucking terrible, by the way. That
being in a waking dream.
Yeah, that sounds fucking horrible. If you've ever had bad dreams, which you have, I have fucking almost nightly.
Yeah, all the time, man.
I don't want to take any drug that puts me in some type of dream state unless it's prescribed to me for some type of depression treatment or some type of mania like treatment. Because otherwise, like, no. You know, it's not fun to wake up fucking tired every day because your dreams, you're running from dinosaurs or something, or like
maybe something worse because that doesn't sound that bad.
That sounds awesome, actually. We're like, I don't know, dinosaurs.
No, I mean, I agree, and I think
machine guns.
I think that is an easy connection or parallel to try to make between the two. I think, and I'm gonna sound like a hippie.
That's fine,
but I think unless you've dipped your toe into the psychedelic world and been able to trip before, and people do, and they have bad experiences or they have bad trips.
Yeah,
that's based off the individual. That's not the drug itself being the problem.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I mean,
if a drug makes you have a bad personal experience with it that you wouldn't have had if you didn't take the fucking drug, it's the drug. It doesn't work well with your brain, so it's the drug. It wasn't designed to ever be put in your fucking brain.
Okay, I agree with that.
Because your brain can't handle something that shouldn't be put in the fucking brain.
Yeah, but some people can handle it, though.
Well, they're just lucky.
Okay, well,
let them have fucking acid and whatever the fucking bath salts. Let them prance around in traffic when they're on acid and bath salts.
People don't do that on acid. People do that on bath salts.
They don't prance in traffic. They try to eat the doors of the cars that are around.
I don't think I've ever seen or heard of anyone on acid that isn't an idiot. Well, and that's the thing. You can't avoid.
They don't have a spirit guide.
No, well...
Depressed people don't have friends, and so they can't do acid because they don't have a trip advisor.
I know plenty of depressed people that do acid all the time.
All the time, and they're still depressed?
Yeah, it's because they're not using it properly.
Yeah. So you think it's helping them?
No, like I think they're abusing it. I think there's
better things to abuse.
Yeah, like heroin.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't have to abuse it as long.
But
it'll kill you. Hot shot, you're done. You're not depressed anymore.
Yeah, acid. I mean, that's the one thing. You can't die from acid. You can completely fuck up your brain on incredibly high doses.
You can be brain dead, essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
So that's dead. If your brain is dead, you are in fact dead.
I don't think your brain's dead, but like your identity is gone.
Then you're dead. You're dead. You don't know who you are. You're dead. If you have advanced dementia to the point where you don't know who you are, you're basically dead.
Like Biden?
Yes, Biden is dead.
He's dead.
He's basically dead.
If he wasn't dead already, he got killed last night.
Oh my god,
it was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, it was funny because I'm not the person that's gonna be like, at this point, like swayed by one of their actual opinions. It was only like I can get angry enough to vote for one of those candidates, and I won't say who.
I think the biggest takeaway from last night for me was, Mr. President, Mr. President, gentlemen, Mr. President.
Yeah, that guy is a wet condom.
Dude, he's such a piece of shit. He was fucking horrible. He was terrible at his job.
Chris Wallace, wet condom.
Ben Wallace, defensive player of the year for the Detroit Pistons
in 2004. No, Chris Wallace was the Fox News guy, Fox host that.
Mr. President, no, excuse me, Mr. President.
And you know what? I do not fault him for talking over him because he was giving biased questions. Some of them were just statements that were like opinion-based statements.
Completely, they were.
I would have just said, "Fuck it, I'm shooting this down. I'm gonna talk over both these motherfuckers because I'm not losing. I know I'm not losing a single fucking vote because of my demeanor tonight.
Yeah,
you know who I am.
Yeah."
You know me from the break room, man.
You know me. You know me, dog. You see me there every day.
Yeah.
I always shoot shit with you. I say, Brittany, man, she got fine ass, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
You see me every day.
You know me. It's like, you know who he is. And these people get pissed off in their echo chamber. It's hilarious. Did you go on? Oh, you don't go on Facebook very much or Twitter. But
no, it's not because Facebook's an echo chamber.
It was hilarious. They were like, no, you guys, now this is what happens. This is why we have to vote. And it's like, you're talking to your people who are the same way.
And they're going to be like, yeah, you're right. But
yeah, you're already going to vote. Because you're on Facebook saying vote. That means you're going to vote. So you're saying nothing. You're saying nothing.
I don't think that debate convinced anyone that was undecided one way or another.
I mean, I'm going to vote for someone else or a write-in, but you know, if the other two go like that, I don't know. Maybe I might go rogue.
Maybe you just don't vote.
I'm definitely gonna vote because it's like fucking 5 minutes away.
I might vote too,
and I'll get a Dairy Queen titty ass blizzard afterwards. Titty ass
blizzard, baby. Also, if anyone works at Dairy Queen and you listen to this podcast, number one, you guys have great blizzards.
Titty ass blizzards are
they're
great.
Fucking tits. Number two, you guys need to be open later. 9 o'clock is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I want Dairy Queen to be open 24 hours in a pandemic.
Oh yeah,
24-hour pandemic Dairy Queen.
Nothing's better than Oreos and vanilla in my mouth. Shit. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m.
If I see a man that's handsome and he's eating a blizzard and he's got really oversized lips, I might have weird thoughts.
And that's okay, because I ain't gay. My weird thoughts are here to stay.
And if you're gay, that's more than okay.
My weird thoughts are here to stay. I haven't had sex with girls in so many days.
Yes.
These weird thoughts might manifest into something else. I'm going to go home and jerk off by myself.
Dude, did you finish your point about the psychedelics?
I did.
I keep cutting you off.
You do. I've been trying to say this for like
continue, Mr. Hippie Boy.
25 minutes. I'm more or less surprised. You've just been most of the time when we talk about psychedelics. It seems you're on, team psychedelics. But I
didn't know they. were pumped into fucking murderers and shit.
That's an isolated incident. That's Manson realizing the potential that...
Okay, what...
Here's the thing.
Yeah, he found abysmal humans with, like,
people that were already vulnerable, and then...
Weak-ass brains, and they were already psychos.
You could absolutely... If someone can take, like, huge amounts of psychedelics, like, if their brain can tolerate it, and certain people can, other people are going to break, but if they can tolerate it, and they're already in that kind of state, you could fucking brainwash someone. If we really felt like it, we could go and procure large amounts of psychedelics.
Yes.
Some serious shit.
Yes.
And fucking brainwash some people.
Who do we brainwash? The dude that was guttural at work?
Yeah.
You know, the dude the hand gestures that was like, yeah,
dog,
dog.
So,
Yeah, he couldn't speak.
He wore turtlenecks.
Yeah.
Dude, turtlenecks haven't been in style
Maybe
since,
he was covering up his hickeys.
Probably that he gets everywhere. From fucking... You know, I'm not good.
From his dog.
Yeah.
Dog hickeys.
He puts peanut butter on his neck.
He's like, come get it, girl.
He's like, come here, Daisy. Come on, girl.
Oh, that was a family dog, not someone in my family, not our intermediate family dog, but god damn it. Well, the dog. That's like the quintessential dog game, though. That's great.
I'm sorry. What was your other...
So what did we get him to do? Murder somebody? Jerk off for us like Louis C.K.?
Maybe. I'm just saying.
I'm vote for the second one. I want him to jerk off in the middle of a Target.
And just be like, oh.
They're across the street Target.
Is it buy one get one free?
Yeah, in the electronics section.
In the electronics section, and they'd be like,
I don't know why. No, I don't want to brainwash him. Why are we on this? I don't want to brainwash anybody.
I don't either. I'm saying it can be done. I'm saying it's not an impossible
thing. I want to use my mind and like persuade them, but not like actually brainwash anybody.
I think the coolest thing about psychedelics,
use the drug, but use the power of my mind and my sheer will to destroy and persuade.
Okay,
but mostly destroy, conquer and destroy. I want to win at everything. You know this.
Yeah, I know you do.
I usually get there.
All right, I'm gonna fucking say this quote I've been trying to say for like.
Okay, I didn't know it was leading to a quote.
It's not a quote. It's more of a description. So this guy, Nick Sand, right?
Sandman.
The Sandy Boys. It's the offshoot of the Beach Boys, the retarded cousins. It's a couple paragraphs, so
that's fine.
Buckle in.
Yeah, I mean, you're a slow reader, so they already know that. That's okay. You're better than Will. He couldn't read at all.
When I began to navigate psychospace with LSD, I realized that before we were conscious, seemingly self-propelled human beings, many tapes and corridors have been created in our minds and reflexes which were not out of our own making. These patterns and tapes laid down in our consciousness are walled off from each other. I see it as a vast labyrinth with high walls sealing off the many directives created by our personal history.
Mm-hmm.
Many of these directives are contradictory. The coexistence of these contradictory programs is what we call inner conflict. This conflict causes us to constantly check ourselves while we are caught in the opposition of polarity. Another metaphor would be like a computer with many programs running simultaneously. The more programs that are running, the slower the computer functions. This is a problem then. With all the programs running that are demanded of our consciousness in this modern world, we have problems finding deep integration. To complicate matters, the programs are reinforced by fear. Fear separates, love integrates. We find ourselves drawn to love and unity, but afraid to make the leap. What I found to be the genius of LSD is that it really gets you high. Higher than the programs, higher than the walls that mask and blind one to energy-destroying presence of many contradictory but hidden programs. When LSD is used intentionally, it enables you to see all the tracks laid down, to explore each one intensely. It allows you to see the many parallel and redundant programs as well as the contradictory ones. It allows you to see the underlying unity of all opposites in the magic play of existence. This allows you to edit these programs and recreate superior programs that give you the insight to shake loose the restriction and conflicts programmed into each one of us by our parents, our religion, our early education, and by society as a whole.
Wow, that guy just managed to make it sound boring. LSD.
Oh yeah, is that?
Yeah, that was my takeaway.
That's your takeaway.
He sounded boring. Like
I'm
For computer programs, so we have to reprogram.
He's not pitching you. He's not like an ad. He's not pitching you on being like you need to take LSD.
Why
You wanna
isn't
know
he?
why?
Why isn't he? He
That's
created
not the,
it.
That's not the
He
point.
created it. And
Okay,
he's like,
he can do what he wants
it's a
with
thing
it if
that
he
you can
created
do.
it.
It's a program that's it's like a floppy disk. You put in the floppy disk into the tab of acid on your tongue. It's like a floppy disk in a computer, in a 1984 Commodore computer. And when did he say that, anyways?
This was like a couple days before he died.
Before he died?
Yeah.
Was he on LSD when he said it?
I don't know.
What does it actually do?
In my opinion,
Experience, not opinion. Experience. You've done it. I haven't done it.
Yeah, my opinion's based off experience. I can't give opinion on a drug unless
Yes,
I've
you
taken
can.
it. It'll be wrongly informed.
Yeah, that's what opinions are.
Yeah, but if it's based
No, I'm
off
talking
of,
about experience. Like, experience are different than opinions. I have opinion on plenty of things I've never done.
yeah, but don't you have a more informed opinion if you have experienced it?
I have a perspective.
Okay.
So
I
what's your
can
perspective?
agree with the terminology.
Yes.
In my experience, when I wasn't on an anti-anxiety drug that would literally negate the possibility of me tripping, in my experience, psychedelics, I've taken a couple. LSD, and they're all similar, but they're all different. And I know it's a fucking terrible way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
But LSD, literally, and research shows this, it connects neural pathways in your brain that have been dormant. Areas of your brain that don't typically communicate with each other.
See, that's way better than what the dude that fucking like made some of this stuff was saying. But he's like punching out, so he's like, whatever, I don't care.
That's not all it does. I mean,
That sounds interesting and potentially useful.
Well, I think I can see what he was trying to say. He was a fucking ancient hippie and wasn't doing a great job describing it.
He needs a PR guy.
Think about it. So if there's areas of your brain that connect while you're on LSD that don't when you're not taking it.
Well, they can use that for the. I know they're researching those type of compounds for depression with LSD, ketamine, DMT.
So the way he was
and ecstasy. Is ecstasy DMT?
No, ecstasy is MDMA.
That's right. They're using like all four of those compounds and mushrooms.
And they're all useful in their own way.
Yeah, but like they're trying to isolate it to like basically not to be so you're tripping, but just to like so you can like tolerate the human experience a little better. So you're not constantly miserable.
Yeah, but I think even if you're microdosing in those types of doses, you're still tripping, like to an extent. It's just not as big.
Like, are you tripping into reality so that going to the grocery store doesn't make you want to kill yourself?
Yeah, it might.
That's kind of cool.
I think that's what it does. I think psychedelics, they present reality to you in a different way.
Yeah, it's like I don't feel like the need to get high. I mean, I might smoke weed again at some point.
Yeah,
but I don't. It's not.
I think
I haven't done it in a couple of years, and I haven't like, oh god, I missed out because to be honest, my experience with it wasn't all that great. I mean,
I think it's overhyped.
You're having a conversation with somebody or like a group, and you feel like you're 3 or 4 seconds behind, and you say a thing, and it was like, wait, are you done with that?
I know. It's fucking terrible. I hate that.
Are we done talking about that? You can't comprehend the speed of things. It slows it down. And like that's great to slow things down, but not if there's anxious thoughts like there, because then you're just speeding up the anxious thoughts and slowing down the actual comprehension of the conversations going on. And I felt like a fucking moron, even though 2 or 3 other people were smoking weed, not the whole group was.
Yeah, I think something that plays into that.
Looking at them like.
I know.
You look at the person that gave it to you. What the fuck did you do?
So weed, exactly. Weed. I think there's a connection. Weed, you'll have those anxious thoughts, and you're like, "Oh, that's annoying. Like, why am I having these thoughts? Like, whatever. I don't really want to be high anymore." You're gonna have those same thoughts on acid, but the way your brain is connecting that, you're gonna realize while you're on acid. Oh, those are my thoughts. This is just me, my brain speeding up. Everything I'm taking in all this stimulus, and you're like, oh, okay,
that's bad for
those
me,
are my thoughts. I mean, it can.
Like I always feel nervous, even sometimes about like more than moderate amounts of caffeine, because my brain shouldn't be speeded up by much of anything, because it's already like It's like super fast.
I don't know,
It's not super productive, but
I mean,
but it's like really, it goes really fucking fast. Not as fast as it used to since it got
a little more streamlined.
A little streamlined by or slowed by medication, but experience sometimes. You're not like zooted up if you've gotten the crap beaten out of you emotionally.
Yeah.
You know?
I think if you I don't know. I think if I was at a different point in my life, when I was still in college, I think that I could have done maybe a better job at like pitching you on LSD. But the thing, like, the majority of people that I know that do psychedelics, they're not doing it to get high. I mean, in a way you are, because it's about the experience.
What are they getting out of it, though? Like, what do they go? They want to get high, but they get something else out of it instead, right?
So what
are they? How are they capitalizing on that experience? Like, what are they doing? Because you're podcasting with me on my parents' house, so correct. You did plenty of LSD or whatever. Yeah. So what did you get out of it?
What did I get out of LSD?
Yeah,
a mindset,
like tangibly.
It's a mindset. It's
okay, but did you have it before?
No.
Were you just like this, like,
podunk
person before?
No, I may have, but that helped me unlock seeing things a different way. And that's like, oh, you sound like a hippie. It's like, well, yeah, because there's some truth to it.
I already had that.
Okay.
But not in a pleasant way. I feel different from everybody way because I think differently and I feel differently.
So, I don't know. So, LSD could have been a good thing for you. And it could have not.
Well, see, the thing is, like, I feel like a drug that settles the mind a bit and keeps your mood or enhances mood is better for me. Like,
it can do that.
So, yeah, I mean, I would sign up for a trial.
Yeah.
Like, because I tried to get into a ketamine trial. I guess I didn't try hard enough.
Ketamine's a lot different, but it's like, I don't know. There's psychoactive components to ketamine for sure.
Yeah, they're trying to like minimize the effect, the highness, the disassociation, and try to use it, isolate certain parts of the compounds to like repair parts of your brain.
Yeah,
that have been ravaged by your chemical depression.
I think one of the benefits of ketamine, though, if they could find like this gray area, is that dissociation.
Yeah,
in a way.
No, but they're trying to like.
I know they're trying to minimize.
You feel like you're floating outside your body for like 3 hours. You know.
No, they want to bring you back a little closer,
or like
but
10
you're still like a little bit detached.
Yeah,
so you get to be able to be like.
That has to happen.
Wow. Okay. So this is what I've done in my life.
Even alcohol does that to an extent. Like
it does.
It detaches you from your regular self. It makes socially introverted people a little bit more talkative sometimes. It makes people like can't dance start to dance.
Yeah.
It makes people that won't dance that can dance
it
realize they can dance. But the moment you've gotten realizations like that, it's you. It's not the drug, right? It's never always just the drug. The alcohol. It's part of you. You own part of that. Of yourself.
The same thing happens with LSD.
And you just cut out the alcohol once you've had the experience. Yeah, that makes sense. So, like, at a certain point, do you need the LSD anymore?
No, you don't.
You don't need it, but it's a tool to unlock these thoughts about yourself.
Yeah, and I think
so. It's therapy.
It's absolutely a therapeutic drug. LSD is cheaper, but there's, so yours. I've heard you say before, life's about the journey, not the destination, right?
Yeah, because when I thought about the destination, like it always leads me nowhere. I go nowhere.
Yeah, so if you're on a trip,
nowhere positive.
You're learning things.
Yeah.
You're gaining those tangible things. Mm-hmm. Tangible, I think a lot of it's intangible because it's hard to convey your thoughts of things that you gain while you're in the trip. There is a tangible reward. There's an afterglow that sets in after you do LSD. For some people,
like when you poop? You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
It feels good when you poop.
It's a lot different.
It feels so good when you poop.
It does. Sometimes it hurts, though, depending on how much you poop.
Well, that's our diets.
Yeah, but it's still the act of pooping,
right? We're eating too much roughage. It should come out smooth. Shouldn't hurt. And we should use bidets in this fucking country. God damn it.
We should. I'm pro bidet.
I'm super pro.
But I'm not pro Biden.
No, I'm not Biden. I'm pro bidet.
I'm not the bidet name for bidet.
I'm like my willingness not to pull the trigger for one of these candidates is hanging by a thread, right? And that thread could be yanked out like one of those fucking like when you're a kid and you were afraid to pull your tooth out.
Yeah.
You saw a couple kids where like they didn't want to pull it out, but some of the kids did.
They're being little pussies.
So when you're being a little pussy and it's just hanging by a thread, that's sort of my vote is hanging by a thread. My vote or non-vote or whatever.
If it gets pulled, are you going to vote?
Yes. I think if something pulls my vote, I'll be more decisive about it. I'm not an undecided voter. I'm a pissed off nihilist, right?
Pissed off guy, nihilist. There's it's interesting you self-describe yourself as a nihilist because there's parallels between people that are in like the psychonaut world or people that are pro psychedelics.
Yeah, I'm not anti this. I just think I think the fact that they were unleashed on fucking hippies instead of like more developed in the scientific community I think the government wouldn't have freaked out if they weren't used by anti-war people to like get high and like
and that's like one of the
go to Woodstock. Everyone glamorizes Woodstock, but it got all that shit shut down.
I mean, yeah,
they were all free love, and then guess what? We took your drugs away, and the 70s were fucking horrible.
Yeah, the 70s weren't great.
They were fucking terrible.
The war on drugs wasn't primarily for people doing acid.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know that. But the 70s were miserable. They had a president that had to resign, and I mean, he still chose to resign, actually.
He chose.
Yeah, but anyways, they had...
kind of forced into it.
Yeah, they had... then they had fucking Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, who tried his damn hardest.
He was a good person.
He was a great person.
Not a good president.
Not a terrible president.
Terrible president. But they had like the hostages.
Dude,
we started shit with Iran. And like we still had the Cold War. There was no LSD. You know?
I don't know, man. I think...
They got it taken away with their behavior. They were worried about the youths. It was always about the youths, right? Is it about the youths or is it about the fear?
Or is it about the power?
And power and fear, or is it about them realizing their generations missed out on that, so let's take it away from everyone else?
It's a little bit like that. I think it can boil down to LSD has you think differently. You're not going to conform to stuff. You're not going to do things the great old American way, which is what this country, a lot of people on the Republican side, have glorified and are trying to get back to. When the psychedelic movement happened, a lot of people started thinking differently. Thinking differently about war, differently about politics, different about a lot of things, and they didn't like that. They wanted people to conform. They wanted people to think the same way. People that think different are a threat.
Well, okay, so I agree with that. I think that was very lucid. I think that was great.
It was. I've been fucking
mumbling
my words all night.
You finally took the garbage out of your mouth.
I've been tripping the whole time.
Oh, so, like, imagine this parallel universe where LSD was developed a little later. The same drugs, same compounds, developed a little later, not used in the late 50s and to the late 60s by beatniks and all these artist types, and then the music fans that just fucking flood, in the mud and just fucking each other and doing LSD and shit. And there's a war going on that was horrible, and they're like, you know what? When they sobered up from that shit, they're like, whoa, this war, let's be anti-war, but then the fact that they actually were on all these fucking drugs before, they what can we do? We can't stop them from being upset, right?
Correct.
This bullshit war, but we can take their drugs away.
Yeah,
and like you said, their ability to think differently, because most people do not have ability to think differently.
No, and I think everyone does innately. They just kind of choose not to. It's because we are like prone,
you think so?
We're like prone to.
You met dumb people before, right?
I've met a ton of dumb people.
Oh, you went to JMU, of course you did.
Yeah, there's a ton of dumb people at JMU. I bet you met a ton of dumb people at MSU.
Yeah, I'm sure there were plenty.
Fuck. Before you cut me off at JMU, I was going to make a good point. I think that if it was, say there wasn't that emergence, say that stuff, Albert Hoffman is the person that first synthesized LSD.
Yes.
Say, there's another Albert Hoffman. Doesn't have to
1975.
be like 1975 or like
the 80s.
Early 80s. that would be at a point where I still think the same outcome would happen.
Possibly, because you had
it's still
you had the Cold War. Yeah, the Reagan years, they weren't really keen on drugs.
No, there wasn't. Fun fact about Reagan, so Jimmy Carter, when he was in office, he put all these fucking solar panels on the White House. Was really trying to push, like, this green initiative. When Reagan got into office, he said, fuck that, and took them all down.
Well, every president just shits on the last one.
Yeah, it's just a weird way to do it.
Right? I mean, when they switch parties, like, I feel like... whoever comes after Trump next time that's a Republican will not do he'll do he or she, hopefully she, man, will do some things differently.
You know who I think's coming next after Trump? Roland Taylor.
There's a sign down the street.
Is there? Oh fuck! I gotta take a picture.
Roland is spreading.
Roland Taylor. He's rolling through town.
Yeah, Roland.
Okay, there's way too many fucking play on words that I don't think I've seen yet from him that he should be utilizing.
I think he's a great American.
I am.
I'm ready. I'm ready for a woman president, so I can be like, she sucks.
God damn it.
That motherfucker.
Keep your emotions out of the office, okay?
Right. She's gonna can we just have the third woman president already, so we cannot?
Yeah. Can we get?
We can have the people that will say things like that and just be like, you know what? They suck too.
Yeah.
Women leaders suck too. There's not enough of them yet to really be able to say that.
The worst thing about the first woman leader is you're gonna get people that are like defending her. It's like she's like they're gonna.
She's had to go through so much. It's gonna be the
yes, and it's like, oh, you're giving her criticism because she's a woman.
You mean like Obama?
I'm giving her criticism because she's the president.
Like Obama,
had
to for.
Could you imagine
the first black president?
What if it was a female black president? Was our first one?
It'll be a Republican if that's the case.
What if it was a female transgender black president?
They'll be a Republican. They're not gonna win again, dude. It's like locked down.
I think it is.
2024, they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
2020, they're definitely, that side is going to lose. I'm not saying this with any sense of glee or anything. It's just from a predictive standpoint, Trump is going to win the presidency, and then in 2024, they're going to put someone out against any of those. Who's going to emerge from the Democratic side to challenge or to really be a front runner out of the people that they had last time?
Bernie Sanders!
They couldn't beat fucking Biden. There's like 9 people, and none of them could get a leg up on fucking Joe Biden. Are you fucking serious?
I think Bernie could have easily. I think
he's like 90 years old now. He'll be 86.
Dude, he's
right? 86? How old is he now? 79? He'll be 83.
Biden has to be in his 70s.
He's 78.
Shit.
Yeah.
Bernie looks pretty good for his age compared to Biden.
Biden looks terrible.
Biden looks like a bumbling sack of skin.
Trump looks like he's like 62 years old.
Yeah.
He's like 73.
Do you think the tan helps him or hinders him?
It helps.
Yeah, I think so too. Probably adds a couple years. Or takes off a couple years.
It just adds to the mystique, the mythos.
I'm spending some time down in Miami. Got a really nice tan.
There's a lot of Cubans down there. They make cigars. I don't smoke cigars. I keep myself clean. Except all I do is drink soda pop, and I drink soda pop and I eat Whoppers.
I went into this cigar shop. It's a very nice Cuban place, the best. And I told them, you'd never be here if it wasn't for me. I took down the embargo. Embargo, key largo. Those words sound similar.
Oh god, I want to imagine who wants to sit through this just so that this whole episode is just a long-term endorsement for Roland Taylor for mayor, November 3rd. Lower taxes and fees, traffic design improvements, protect parks.
And no psychedelics. Goddamn hippies.
Fuck you, hippies.
Just kidding, you're good.
Sublime sucks.
311.